Today I'm going to share with you one of the rice cake in the southwest of Vietnam. This cake has a white color and a soft texture of the coconut milk. This cake is usually served with garlic and red chili fish sauce. This steamed coconut rice cake is usually served with ground pork and ground shrimp. There are many ways to make this cake. It depends on the kind of texture that you want it to be. My cake is not too much chewy and not too soft. Instead, I prefer the cake to be firm. I don't cook the batter first in the saucepan. Instead, I steam it right away. I cook it with a few layers. People think the batter will separate themselves after cooking, but they actually don't. Since I've been testing this way many times, and the flour didn't separate themselves. It is okay to cook the flour first in the saucepan. My hand will be getting very tired, especially when the flour becomes thicker and it is very heavy. I use green onion and white onion when I cooking the ground pork. This way the ground pork tastes wonderful. I use 1 carrot to make the red color of the shrimp. So the shrimp has natural color and the way it looks is very delicious. The fresh vegetable that I use for this recipe is the bean sprout and the mint. This coconut rice cake tastes the best when it is not too hot. This steamed coconut rice cake is also a childhood cake for everyone who ever was born in the countryside of the southwest of Vietnam. I did not add too much coconut milk when making this cake. Nowadays, anyone can buy this kind of cake in a supermarket, but the taste is not that good. And sometimes when making this cake, people use a plastic wrap to cover the cake when steaming for a while on high heat. And when steaming on high heat, the plastic will melt into the cake, but no one recognizes when they taste the cake, and that will cause another damage to your health. That is the reason I want to make this cake at home. I'm so afraid to eat the cake that are sold in the supermarket. Believe it or not, there are many different things inside of a cake. Besides its delicious looking, so don't judge the cake by the outside. Before I steam this cake, I cook the coconut milk in the microwave, and not many people will do this. I use the black mushrooms to add some flavor to the ground pork. This steamed coconut rice cake is not sweet. It is always served with garlic and red chili fish sauce. The steamed rice cake is a very well-known dish. It is a common food for the Vietnamese people because it originally from the countryside. It is not expensive, but it has a great taste. This rice cake is served when it's not hot. The steaming time doesn't take too long. Steaming with many layers, it makes the top of the cake look much better. Nowadays, the taste of this kind of cake that is sold in the supermarket is never a real taste. and it is known for one of the street food that is not safe to eat at all. It's just been so long since the last time that I ate this cake in my childhood, but I still have a little bit memory about it. When talking about the street food, there are always too many things to talk about. This food is good to make in the winter time. It is so delicious and so fresh. In this recipe, I used 220 grams of rice flour, 10 grams of tapioca starch, 20 grams of all-purpose flour. Then cook 300 ml of coconut milk in the microwave for 90 seconds. Then let it cool down completely. Mix the rice flour with the tapioca starch and the all-purpose flour together. Then add 700 ml of cold water and 300 ml of coconut milk. Mix it well and put it through the strainer. I'm using a round non-stick cake pan. Add some oil around the edge. And place the parchment paper on the bottom. Then steam the cake on medium heat. Divide it into 3 layers. After the top of the first layer is formed, add the second layer. Then do the same with the third layer. Steam for 10 more minutes for the top layers. 400 grams of pork meat. Cut all the pork meat into small pieces. Chop 1 onion. Cut the onion into a really small pieces. Add half tablespoon of fish sauce into the meat, half tablespoon of sugar, one tablespoon of chicken powder, Mix it well and let it sit for half hour. Cut the green onion into small pieces. Keep the white part of the green onion as well. Soak 2 black mushrooms for half hour in warm water. 150 grams of shrimp, and I use 1 carrot to make the red color for the shrimp, since the shrimp are already deveined when I bought, so I don't need to do it again. I just peel off the skin. Now I put the shrimp into the food processor and run it for 1 minute. After half hour, cut all the black mushroom into small pieces. In a hot saucepan, stir fry the garlic, then add the pork. And the black mushroom and the white onion. Cook for 25 minutes, and the last part, when turn up the heat, add the green onion. Now my cake is already cooled down. It's so easy to remove it from the cake pan. Peel the parchment paper from the cake. Then cut the cake into thin slices. I use fresh bean sprout and the fresh mint. Cook the bean sprout in boiling water for 1 minute. Then chop on the mint. Finally, everything is done. This steamed rice cake is so delicious to eat, and the way it looked makes me so hungry. I hope you enjoy the recipe.